which is your dad, individual with liberty and justice for all. I screwed that up, didn't I? I really did.
Need a motion to accept the agenda for this evening?
Motion to accept agenda?
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The secretary's report. Everything is wonderful. Typed immaculately. Motion to accept the secretary's report.
Motion to accept secretary's report?
Second,
Second.
all in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Treasurer's report.
Opening statement was $2,616,250.10. Credits to that account are $62,128.61. Deposits on that account, 47 deposits at $271,809.51, leaving an ending balance of $2,406,569.20.
Motion to accept the treasurer's report subject to audit.
So moved.
Subject to audit?
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Approval of bills.
I ask one of the board to approve bills in an amount of $87,039.70 for the month.
Make the motion to approve the payment of the bills for $87,039.70.
Second,
I second it.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Chief and Fire Marshal's report.
Chief's report for May 21st, 2025. Fleet status, truck 17 ahead of, we received the fuel and hand tools, a smoke ejector fan and some adapters and appliances from Gravelly. I'm waiting on parts for a positive pressure fan that we already had. And we have a couple more items to go on the truck, but it's now, mission ready, I've called for, and it's still, there's still more to get, but at least it's not empty anymore. So truck 17 came to you. 1200, replace the tires on 1200 staff vehicle. Brush 26, we've been having an electrical issue with Brush 26. Captain Moreland and I have identified a couple of issues. We ordered a new siren box and we'll be running some new wiring to fix the issue. Station 2, we had an issue with the garage door at Station 2 from the water leak we had last month. It has been repaired. Basically, we fried a motherboard in the door opener. Station 1, we had an issue with a different garage door opener at Station 1, and that was repaired as well. Station 2, I reported last month about the gathering of LED sign pricing. I met with Lake West Signs, and I have a proposal tonight to the board listed under new business. Exhaust capture. Cancer prevention has always been a huge concern in the fire service. The district has always been proactive and installed capture systems when they were relatively new to the industry. So we've got some old ones, but they work. Stations 1, 3, and 4 all have those systems. Stations 4's hoses were removed for renovation, for the renovation, and is being reinstalled by our firefighters now. I was under the impression Station 1 system didn't work. After doing some tinkering, it's working. So we will be purchasing the necessary adapters for the exhaust pipes to have these fully functional again. Basically, we need, you can see on 17 here, it's got a little disc that attaches to the exhaust pipe, and this hose doesn't have the mate to it. So we need to get a couple of mates and a couple more exhaust pipe attachments, and then everything will be back up to where it's supposed to be. Station 2 is the exception. It has an air exchange system. Basically, it has a huge exhaust fan. The system currently has no way to bring fresh air in the bay without the door being open. And when it was active, it would suck the insulation off the walls and cause some other damage. We had some stuff fall off and hit other things like that. So Chief Weaver came up with a solution a while back, and we've been working with the HVAC technician the last week or so to install louvers to fix the problem. So they'll just be attached to the fan. When the fan kicks on, the louvers open, does a full air exchange, and then shuts back down. EMS equipment, firefighter battle band is getting a list together of what we need to outfit the new Brush 26 when it arrives, and also finish outfitting truck 17. This includes two AEDs. I purchased a couple of refurb models for $1,500 each, as opposed to new ones that were $6,000 each. The last two times we've added a vehicle, we've purchased these refurbs, had a 3-year warranty, and we've not had a single problem with them. And actually looking at them, you wouldn't even realize they're not new. Like, they come in new bags and everything. So I went ahead and got the 2 new AEDs for those trucks. And we'll have everything else for the EMS stuff done in about a week or so. Staffing, applications were due last Friday. Interviews were scheduled for Tuesday, and neither of the applicants could make it. One, the job wouldn't let them off. The other one, she was covering where she works currently because their members were deployed to St. Louis for storm damage. So worked with them. I've got an interview scheduled for June 5th, and hopefully we'll get this done and squared away. Legislation, RSMO 590.192 passed in August of 2024. This legislation required that all peace officers and first responders shall be required to meet with a program service provider once every 3 to 5 years for a mental health check-in. The program service provider shall send a notification to the peace officer's commanding officer, to the first responder director or supervisor, that he or she has completed such a check-in. So basically, we have to check in with a mental health professional and doctor every 3 to 5 years. Through our contacts with Lake Area First, we've been able to acquire a clinician that will come in and meet with our members annually. She's going to do it at no cost to the district. It will provide all of our members with advanced mental health services if needed. Everything's 100% confidential. So when we come in, when she comes in, we're just going to put her in a conference room and say, go meet with Dee Dee. Even if you just say hi, go meet with Dee Dee so you can get signed off. And if you feel you need to talk to her, you can go right on ahead and do that. So, but Chief Odenwald has headed this up, and he's also extended the offer to Gravelway and Lake West. So,
West,
do that.
like Westbrook.
I couldn't hear you. RSMO 590.192, the fire first responder recruitment and retention act. The state passed a bill this month in which first responders serving 6 or more years consistently receive free college tuition from any state funded school for an associate's or bachelor's degree. First responders serving 10 years or more, their dependents receive free tuition for a associate's or bachelor's degree. There's some criteria that needs to be met in order for the state to pay for it. But it was a welcome piece of legislation that nobody was expecting to happen, and will cost our agencies absolutely nothing. It's all a state-run program, and they're using state funds to fund it. So, pretty cool.
Amazing.
Grant updates. The final paperwork has been submitted to the AFG AirPack grant. We'll see what FEMA says. I've submitted it like 3 times. In February, I reported that we applied for a MoDOT grant to install the Haas alert system in the staff cars and apparatus. Grant totaled $69,000 for all Camden County agencies. And I was advised this afternoon that MoDOT recommended funding for this grant. So we will see the official nod July 1st, and the funds will be made available October 1st.
Nice job.
So I'd really like to have seen it for the summer season, but I'm not going to complain. And we can install these ourselves, so it's not going to be any real cost to us. Training. This month, the crews trained on the following: LAPC training on the new equipment, including the gas sniffers, which we ended up putting the gas sniffers and the 4 gas monitors on Squad 12. Pre-hospital trauma life support, which is a certified class. And this week, they're doing rapid intervention teams and Mayday response. Chief Odenwald and I attended the instructor update on May 14th in Jeff City. This is required to teach the new state firefighter curriculum, and Weber gets to go next. I hope it's better than the one I sent for you. Chief Odenwald has also created an officer development program that will focus less on certifications and more on real world topics that officers and prospective officers will deal with. He surveyed the chiefs and training officers, and this will be an ongoing program. The training will be voluntary and is open to the entire region. There will be guest instructors such as chiefs, training officers, and company officers throughout the program. And some of the topics that are already scheduled are crew dynamics, budgeting, and strategic planning. I recommended myself doing a 321, RSMO 321 class and got voluntold I can teach it. So we'll be doing that also. 2024 financial audit. I spoke with Greg Spinner. I will be meeting with him to hand off our documentation, the day after Memorial Day. Emily has everything completed on our end with the exception of the surveys that I handed out tonight. So this will hopefully be an easy process this year. And as I said, I've given the director the surveys. ESO Chief Weber is going to be working on a new asset tracking system for hose equipment, and high value items. ESO released an update that I think will work much better than what we've been doing. We get a lot of spreadsheets and whatnot everywhere, and this brings everything under one umbrella. We already pay for this module, so there's no additional cost to us, and we just had to have them update the system. So, good and welfare on Wednesday. Hurricane Deck Elementary 5th graders graduated from our wristwatch program, so that was another good time had by all. I was in class, so I didn't get to go. But call volumes: 92 alarms for the month of April 2025, 393 alarms year to date. April 25, we had 4 structure fires, 5 natural cover fires, 48 medicals, no extrications, and 8 public service assistance calls. Year to date, we've had 13 structure fires, 35 natural cover fires, 190 EMS calls, 1 extrication, 40 public assistance, and 2 water rescues.
I just got a question. Earlier in there, you mentioned the exhaust system that comes down, hooks to the truck when it's in the bay.
Yep,
Is that a magnetic connection?
to the truck, yeah.
So it's magnetic, so when they drive off, it doesn't rip it out of the ceiling?
Now, actually, when they drive off, like 3 houses is magnetized electronically. So as they drive off, when they hit a certain spot, the primal vent shuts off the electric to the magnet and it just falls away. The other ones are kind of the same thing, but it's more of a mechanical release. But yeah, they're designed, and the difference between the primal vent and the older ones that we've got ones and 4s is primal vent actually has a breakaway thing on the hose also. So if it doesn't let loose, the whole hose will just pop off. So,
Only a gas station, I know how that works.
so yeah.
People let it drive off when it's with the.
My first department, when I was a junior, we had the very first primal vent system, and it had a vice grip on the actual thing. So where you had to unhook the vice grip before you drove off, and we pulled off like 4 or 5 of those in for a couple of months. So I just forgot all about it. People called 911 and said they're dragging a hose down the street. So
Hey, Chief, in reference to that first program and mental health check-in,
yeah.
have we contacted Chief Craig to see if maybe they could be included in that as well?
Oh, I probably will. I mean, Cheyenne is chief detective. She's involved at first now, so
Okay,
they'll get what they need.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
fire marshal's report?
All right, fire marshal's report for the month of April, rough ends, we had 16 inspection finals for 12, site inspections of 6. Fire blocking of 10, you for bonding and full bonding, 3, docks, 31, total, 78 inspections. Applications, we had 37 dock applications, 19 buildings, and 1 renewal. Revenue for the month was $7,478.42. Year to date, permits, we've had 130 dock permits come in, buildings 99, 3 renewals, total of 232 permits issued for the year. Revenue for the year, docks $9,795, buildings $44,134.09. Renewals of $75. Total for the year is $54,004.09. That's it.
Motion to accept the chief and fire marshal's reports?
I'll make a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Moving on to unfinished business, resolution 25-01 affirms rental property funds shall be used for personal protective equipment.
Yeah, so this was the resolution you got, look, that's a program right there. This was the resolution you guys asked me to write last month. Being that it's a resolution, I'll read it out loud and then, you guys can. Let me know if I'm functioning. Resolution 2025-0 run rental funds, whereas the Sunrise Beach Fire Protection District entered into an agreement with Vertical Bridge Rec LLC to rent property for a cell phone tower on Porter Mill Spring Road. Whereas the Sunrise Beach Fire Protection District receives as rental payment per the agreement a sum of $1,300 per month for a minimum of 5 years. Whereas the Sunrise Beach Fire Protection District is committed to providing the best possible firefighting garments for its employees. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the Sunrise Beach Fire Protection District Board of Directors, have decreed that the funds will be used in this agreement shall be used for the purchase and maintenance of personal protective equipment for our members, and that the line item for these items is not limited to, but shall always include these funds for firefighter safety.
Any discussion? Do I have a motion to pass resolution 25-01?
I make a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye.
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 New business. Ordinance 25-01, Missouri Ethics Commission ordinance.
Yeah, so 25-01 is the ordinance. So yes, the numbers are the same for this one. I just want to point that out. One's an ordinance, one's a resolution. This is just the required Missouri Ethics Commission ordinance we sign every couple of years. That states we will not have a conflict of interest. We'll follow the Ethics Commission policies. So, I just need approval and you guys to sign it for me to submit it back to MEC.
That's good.
Okay. Motion to pass ordinance 25-01, Missouri Ethics Commission ordinance.
Make a motion to pass.
Second,
Second it.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
LED lights for stations 1 and 2.
Okay, so as I reported last month, I was looking for, because the grants are out there, but they're not available yet. I'd like to get the signs sooner than later. I went to Lake West Signs and I was doing some pricing online and things like that. And Lake West Signs called me and they have a supplier out of Las Vegas. And basically what he came up with was, rather than buy new signs, they have refurbished signs, that are currently listed at $2,785. But he said the supplier will come down to $2,400 for us because we're a fire department. When you buy these, you have to buy the front and the back if you're doing a two-sided sign, so it's $2,400 for each side. But they're refurbished, 100% refurbished. They have a 3-year warranty. 69 by 36 in size is what he determined we needed for both stations. They're fully programmable over Wi-Fi, so I can do it from my office. And again, the price is per side, so it'll be about $4,800 plus the install and big brick. So I asked on this one as an example, actually, I think that might be the sign we're looking at, but the brick around it, brickwork, I asked what that's gonna cost. And originally with these, when we talked about this at the beginning of the year, I was planning on about 10,000 a sign. So I had 30,000 in the capital improvements budget to do this anyways. He said nobody uses brick anymore.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised by that. So it'd be roughly $4,800 plus the install of the design, and I have to choose a design. He had a book like this of different designs, but I told him I pretty much wanted what we already had out there. So I just need, I'm just asking the board to approve tonight the purchase of the refurbished signs.
So, well, is there a difference in the new technology? I mean, technology is advancing so fast. Is the resolution gonna be what we wanna continue with? Do we wanna look and make sure there's not something else out there that, I know what Wood's put up now and what's out there,
Right.
and do we want something that's refurbished, or do we want something with the best of the best that's gonna be good for 15 years? I don't wanna replace it in 5 years or 3 years. I'd rather replace something right now spend more money to get exactly what you want, what the district needs. It's really shows what we need. I mean, and we can put out there. So that's my only thought behind it is, I think that let's not be short-sighted on a few dollars on something that's gonna be out there permanently. This is, shows our district. It's like a
Sure.
fire truck. It's like anything else. It's, you know, I make sure it's really what you want. I mean, don't just shop the best price necessarily.
I mean-
You want something good.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you, I looked at these because I don't.
I mean, one at Lake Ozark's not that nuts.
Right.
You look at it, if that's the same sign, I would vote no. I mean, I don't think it's.
I don't know if it's the same sign, I mean, like I said, I just,
It's really kind of poor quality.
I got,
I mean, the fire doesn't look like, it looks like something out of the
yeah,
Pac-Man
well, and
video.
that's what it's gonna look like up there, you know what I'm saying, I mean,
Yeah, I'm looking at that going, I don't know.
yeah, no, I get it, I mean, I was just looking at something to
Sure.
display words and,
Yeah, but,
I mean, I'm not all that flashy when it comes to.
well, I
stuff,
understand that, but I mean, we still want it to look
Sure,
like we didn't buy yesterday's technology either. It's up to you. I mean, it's up to everyone here, but that's my thought on it. I mean,
well, and my original thought was if we bought these, cause I'd like to put one eventually at Four House too, cause it's right on the highway. So my hope was we could still do the grant for a third one.
sure,
And if anything, I'll move this one down to Four House and put the nice one on the one.
okay.
But,
Or,
I mean,
or
that's,
maybe just put the nice one out now.
yeah, I mean, well, that's just, I mean, if that's what you guys wanna do, I'm perfectly fine with that too. I
Can we
just,
get some more, maybe more bids to see if what it's gonna cost? Maybe it's not that much more.
yeah, I can. I mean, I know it's $5,000 per side on the new ones.
And what's the difference in technology though? I mean, you know, I
I
mean,
was gonna say, you might ask them before you say new, the refurbs, so they just put the same. like,
well, that's question mark.
Housing.
Yeah,
Or is it a whole new screen?
They're doing on the refurbs and how they're doing it. That's
well, I didn't go with anything with like video and stuff. I just went with something that just displayed a, time. We can table it. I can get more information. That's not
I
a.
mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys, whichever you wanna go with, what your thought for it.
I'm thinking.
I understand
thinking
there's
what we're
point.
using it for, but I don't wanna replace it 5 years
Right.
later, so, maybe it would be a good idea to table and see what the
That's fine.
options are, the graphics are, and all that.
Well, you think.
Troy,
about
you're in the
new
business, so in the billboards.
What,
Billboards you see these days,
Yeah, like-
yeah, they are. They're
Like,
Flashy.
the air conditioning place down on
really
Hillbrook.
choosing the sites for those? Well, for both of them?
For station two, we'll just grab it from the flagpole, and for station one, it's already out there for the light, it just lights up the brick anyway.
Yeah, so.
I mean, I'd love to be able to see our firemen out there. You have, hey, we have a special honorary, you can put a picture of them out there and say, hey, here we go, we're honoring our
They
firemen.
do that at the bank.
Yeah,
I've
I mean,
seen their signs where it shows. somebody-
Employee of the month,
you know,
and thank you for your whatever, and we do that all, I mean, what a great way to honor our firemen to our public too, and let them see things, so.
I mean, let me
I
ask
mean, it
you
could be
this.
a real good public relation.
No, I get it.
Can you send us all an email maybe of that? A video of that in operation, if they've got something like that,
I
show,
can see if they got
show
one. yeah.
quality and that kind of thing, maybe that satisfy your
And
request.
maybe explain them that we're maybe looking at making this also a way of talking to the public and
Yeah.
giving more, not just burn today or not burn today, but an actual piece of publicity so that we're gonna be able to communicate better with the public on a regular basis. Because a lot of people don't look at our website, but they drive past that
Yeah.
building
Right, that's what I want.
4 times a day, I mean, so we want something that we can really communicate with, and give our firemen the recognition they need at times, like, hey, this is what we did. You could have a picture of you guys, at a fire. Hey, this was the fire the other day. There's kind of neat stuff out there, so,
Okay,
I mean, that's my thoughts.
yeah, table it, and I'll go back and see where we're at.
Do we need to vote on that?
Yeah, you need to vote to
Okay.
table it.
Vote or motion to table LED signs for station 1 and 2.
Motion?
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comments.
We're good, Kelly.
I guess you could hire me to, with camera, I'll follow you around.
Motion denied.
Yeah.
Okay, having no other business, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion occurred.
And just for the board, thank you, I'll grab it from. Just for the board's reference, next month we will have a closed session, because that is my annual review.
Okay.
So, just a heads up, and when you see the agenda, you're like, who's on the close for?
You know what the date is on that? Sorry.
For the
Next board meeting?
Damn,